Next, we're going to graph cosine functions. I have two of them, and we'll do both of them. So on 2a, focus on that one first. We want to find, again, the amplitude, the period, and we're going to also find the intercepts on this one as well. Your amplitude is the same location as what sine was. It's a height of 3. A normal cycle is 360 degrees. So we take 360 divided by our b value, which is 1, which is 360. For your intercepts this time, you're going to have to find two locations. Remember, we don't start at a height of 0 this time. We actually start at the top of whatever our amplitude is. So now we're going to take a fourth times whatever our period is. So a fourth of 360, or 360 divided by 4, is going to get you 90 degrees. And then times 3/4 of your period. So again, take 360 times 3/4, and that would get you 270 degrees. Okay. We can graph these. We're going to start with our amplitude again. We said that that was a height of 3, going down to -3. Our period, so we should finish at one cycle at 360 degrees. A second cycle should finish at 720 degrees. Again, that's just taking and adding on another period. So 360 plus 360 gets me 720. As far as our intercepts go, we have one that's at 90. And we have one that is at 270. To find the ones that are in between on my second cycle, I'm really just adding 360. I'm adding a period to these locations. Remember, if I'm talking about periodic functions, every period, if I take 90 and add on a period, I should be in the same spot. So 90 plus 360, when we do that, is going to get me 450. And then 270 plus a period of 360 gets me 630. I'm going to do the same thing as I did with sine functions. I'm going to draw in some dashed lines. Know that I can't cross those, but those are going to represent my height. So on cosine now, remember we start up at the top. Sine we started at 0, but on cosine we start at the top. So at 0 degrees, we're at a height of 3, which means at 360 we're at a height of 3, and 720 we're at a height of 3. At 90, our intercepts, that's where we're crossing. So at 90, we're going to be crossing the x-axis. At 270, we cross the x-axis. 450, we cross the x-axis. And 630, we cross the x-axis. If you care to know, this spot in the middle, 180, you're going to be all the way down at the bottom. That's halfway between 90 and 270. And then halfway between, I take 180 plus another period of 360. This is 540. You would be down here at the bottom as well. So your cosine function is going to look like so. We're also going to do letter B. So I'm going to erase all of this. That way I can still just focus on looking at this function up here at the top. On letter B this time, still need an amplitude, period, and I want the intercepts, at least the first two. Your amplitude, your A value is 1, so your amplitude is 1. For period, it's normally 360 divided by 4 is going to get us 90 degrees. So every 90 we start over. For your intercepts again, remember we take a fourth times our period, so 1/4 times 90 is going to get us 22.5 degrees. That's one spot. And then we also take 3/4 times 90. 90 times 3/4 gets us 67.5 degrees. We'll graph this one as well. We said that our amplitude was a height of 1. So height of 1 and -1. Our period was 90 degrees. 90 plus 90 now gets us 180. Our intercepts, we had 22.5 degrees and 67.5 degrees. 22.5 plus a period of 90 gets us 112. 112.5. And then 67.5 plus a period of 90 is 157.5. We'll draw in our dashed lines, knowing that we can't go over those or under those. We're dealing with cosine. Cosine is up at the top. So we're going to have a height of 1 at 0 degrees, at 90 degrees, and 180 degrees. 22.5, we call those our intercepts, and 67.5, that's our intercept. Intercept and intercept. Halfway between, if you want to know that, this is 45 degrees, which is there. Halfway between there would be 135, which would be down at the bottom. Your cosine function looks like that.